Hey, good morning, cool kids. All right, so yesterday we had an opportunity to start looking at the rhetorical appeals, okay, and we talked about rhetoric being the art of persuasion, okay, and so today we're going to take a look at the use of the rhetorical appeals in advertising. All right, and so we're going to play I Spy. All right. Remember that game we used to play, I Spy with my little eye, and then we'd name something in the room? Well, we're going to play I Spy, but we're going to be looking for examples of ethos, pathos, and logos in advertisements. All right. I'm calling upon my old friends, National Geographic. What's cool is they have, oops, find the camera here. These are the advertisements that you're going to see. If I can figure this out here. All right. From different decades. Oops, wrong side. Different decades. And so we're going to use those down below. All right. So let's play I Spy. You know, their advertisers are constantly bombarding us with rhetorical appeals. They make a careful study of what works to persuade us to buy their products. So I think we should then make a careful study of how they are trying to persuade us so we can defend ourselves against the onslaught, all right, as it were. Here's the prompt using the rhetorical appeals resource. This is the one you have a hard copy of. It's also right here, right? Oops, sorry, right here. All right, this is going to be our go-to as we do our analysis in any text or in any medium, rather, for the rhetorical appeals. All right, you can also find this in Classroom under resources. I gave you a hard copy yesterday, and there are a couple of links here in today's assignment. Okay. And so you're going to use that rhetorical appeals guide or resource as a guide to search or spy out evidence of ethos, pathos, and logos in the provided advertisements below. For now, you're simply just going to provide textual quotations or visual descriptions of where you discovered the rhetorical appeals. You don't have to formally defend them right now in terms of like, I know this is ethos because it's using sincerity, all right, or it's using logic or statistics, yada yada yada, all right. But you should informally have an idea in mind that's based on the information from the rhetorical appeals resource, okay. And so here are your instructions. Review the rhetorical appeals. Look these over, all right? Make sure that you have kind of an idea going in so you kind of know what you're looking for. It'll help give purpose and focus and direction for your examination of the advertisements, okay? And to do that, all right, I'm going to encourage you to use this nifty little tool right here, okay? Right up here on the toolbar, there's a zoom tool. And if you click on uh, the picture of the or the graphic of the advertisement, and then you go over here and go down to 200%. Okay, now you're going to be able to see. All right, what all the fine print is. Okay, and so that will allow you to examine that. I'm going to click back out of here for now. Oops, I want to get to 100%. Okay, and so it might be hard to see some of that fine print, but that's what I want you to do is I want you to use the zoom tool. Okay, other than that, the pictures are pretty clear. Okay, and so for each one, you are simply going to say, "I spy where they are trying to establish credibility." Okay, and again, you're either going to pick a quote from here to show that, all right, or you're going to describe what you're seeing in the picture because we can't quote a picture, obviously. Okay. You're going to say I spy where they are trying to appeal to the audience's emotion, pathos, and again, we're going to continue to go back to this. All right, and so pathos is here. These are the things that help us that will help us identify pathos. The things that will help us identify logos, and the things that will help us to identify um, ethos. All right, so continue to go back to this, please. All right, you need to become very familiar with, all right, this particular resource. Okay, and then I spy where they are trying to appeal to the audience's reason or logic. Okay, and again, you're either quoting something or describing something, and you only have to do one per. All right, and so here's the first one. It's a Zenith TV advertisement from 1973. Here is a Toyota Corolla advertisement from May 1992. All right, and then here is a Boeing Jets advertisement from February of 1966. Okie dokie. So let's play I Spy today. Your learning target is to show that you can identify ethos and pathos in logos and advertisements. All right. The bigger purpose of this is just to give you some practice, some exposure, and some experience with working with trying to identify the three types of appeals, all right, in advertisements. Okie dokie, folks. Happy hunting today. Hopefully you have fun playing I Spy, and we'll also practice this together as a class before you do this main task. All right. Okay, peace.